What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. We all know this situation with Dwayne Wade and now Zaya Wade, formerly Zion Wade, and his ex-wife, Siobhan Funches Wade, has been quite controversial. And of course, the ex-wife is taking Dwayne Wade to court, or has been, because she doesn't feel like her son should have been able to become a girl. And Zaya knew as early as 8 years old that he wanted to be a she. And so what the ex-wife said is that for financial gain, Dwayne Wade converted his son into a woman. Now, the judge has decided that Zaya is old enough to have that legal change, and that legal identity for the 15-year-old, formerly Zion and now Zaya Wade, has occurred. But Siobhan Funches Wade believed that Dwayne Wade pushed Zaya into this for financial gain. Now, let me just say this. I cannot prove that allegation, but I do want to say that she largely has been out of the kid's life because of Dwayne Wade's, number one, popularity, his financial ability, and also the fact that he's a very powerful NBA athlete. He'll go down as one of the best shooting guards of all time. And now, because of this transition, Zaya Wade has gotten many deals with Disney, many opportunities to move up financially. And I also want to say this because I didn't think about it this way. I used to be on the opposite side. I thought she was just being jealous and being a bad mother. But the reality was, Dwayne Wade cheated on his wife. Okay, Dwayne Wade cheated on his wife. Now, what does this have to do with anything? Dwayne Wade cheated on his wife. They got divorced. Dwayne Wade was powerful enough as an NBA superstar to keep his wife away from the kids. Typically, it's the other way around, but Dwayne Wade went to war. He won. He got custody of the kids, okay? And I honestly believe that the mother was not able to make legal ramifications upon the decisions of her son's life. Then there's Gabrielle Union, who also aided and abetted in the transition process, from what I understand, from the boy to becoming Zaya Wade. Now, I just want to say something, especially with the agendas that's going on in today's world. I know this is maybe one of the reasons why some of the brothers are wanting to leave America, afraid to raise your kids up in America. But it does teach something, that rich people, especially if they are aligned with the left, they're going to be able to do some things that other folks can't do. And I believe that this woman, and you usually see this happening to men, but because she went up against the force known as Dwayne Wade, she lost. She didn't have a problem with Zaya Wade, or Zion Wade, her son, having that situation. But I think that the issue was this. Zion Wade was supposed to be an adult, in her honest opinion, and then been able to make his decision at the time. But the powers that be said that's not true. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead on and talk about something else I believe that's gonna happen. What if your child feels that I'm not this person? Can you say, well, you can't have this change until you are 18? I think, that's the situation now. You're seeing, these teachings happening more or less in school. I mean, obviously I'm not in school, anymore in my 40s, but from what I understand, they're teaching a lot of this history. You have kids who are 9 or 10, and I'm not saying that kids that, when they're that age, they don't know. But I think that parents are going to have less control. And let's say if you break up with your baby mom or baby daddy or something like that, then what is it going to come to? Who is it going to come to? He or she who has the most money and the most influence, and you'll be out of a deal. And what we're going to see is a lot of, I hate to say this, but there are going to be a lot of disgruntled parents. All right. And you're starting to see cases of that. Dwayne Wade's case and Zion Wade's case is just, the most popular, but it's happening down the block. And I think because of the lack of authority or the lack of ability that many men would have in such situations, what you're going to find, in my honest opinion, is men even saying, look, here's another reason why I don't want to have kids in America. Because the kids do not belong to me. And do you know what? If somebody says that, the question is, are they wrong? That's the situation I want to know. Are they wrong? Do you have any kind of authority on or say so in your kid's life? I believe that the state has more say so than parents. And we got to understand that as great as a country as America is, we're still living in big government. Big government. Now, if you want to have little government in control over your kids, then you need to look at other countries. All right? Because you'll have that freedom in, Nigeria. You'll have that freedom in Uganda and most African countries. You'll have it. But you're not going to have it in America. And that's something to look at, right? It's something to look at. With the child support laws, and you see what happened to her as a woman, and depending on who you're going up against, it could be, for some parents, I would say, scary, because not everybody, wants to, not everybody sees the world in the same way that Gabrielle Union or Dwayne Wade does. I'll leave it at that. So the question is, do you have your kids there? Is it worth it? And if so, how much is it worth it for you? And I would suspect that these things are not going to get worse or better. These rulings are going to be, I would say, more extreme. And somebody has to be disgruntled, right? The world is getting more liberal, right? It's not getting more conservative. It's getting less conservative. And who knows who might adopt this overseas? See, you just don't know. You just don't know. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. We're out.